Hey y'all, here are OS Reviews. In this video, we're taking a quick look at the KraftGeek JustTap mobile tripod for smartphones. As you guys saw earlier, what's kind of unique here is it's super easy to pop open. There is a button at the very bottom of the tripod that you can simply press on a surface like the ground to instantly pop it out, making the setup process a little bit easier, kind of similar to a auto-retracting umbrella. The unit here comes in black and white, and it is relatively affordable, around $30. Additional coupons and discounts can bring it even lower. And the tripod arm portion is crafted out of metal, aluminum alloy, though some of the arms are built out of plastic. It does also have a Bluetooth selfie remote key that you can detach from the base, helpful if you're trying to shoot from a little bit further away. And in terms of the length, it's surprisingly tall as well. It can fully extend out using the telescopic arm to reach 66 inches. That is over 1.6 meters tall, and it's relatively flexible. You can tilt the phone to be face down for some product shots onto a desk, for example, as well as supporting both horizontal and vertical orientations for video capture. Plus, it is a universal phone grip, so pretty much any Android or iOS device, iPhone can be supported. So inside of the packaging here, aside from the JustTap tripod, you'll also find a pretty standard USB Type-C charging cable, and that is for the Bluetooth selfie remote. The specific capacity here, though, is around 50 milliamp hours, but that should be sufficient for around 7 to 8 hours of continuous use. Also, if you don't want to use it as a tripod, you can just hold it like a selfie stick in a mode that looks something like this. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 design, which is also pretty versatile. And when fully collapsed, it's pretty easy to fit into a backpack, relatively compact, again, similar to an umbrella in size. The Bluetooth selfie remote, by the way, also prevents it from rolling around if you're lying it onto a desk like this. Otherwise, this remote is simply held into place using magnets, and so it can be detached pretty easily with the Type-C port there for charging. Long holding for a couple of seconds until the light there turns green to enter the pairing mode. The battery percentage remaining will also be shown. And now if we just jump into the camera app and tapping on the camera key, you can see that it's functioning, working for distances up to 33 feet away. If you also toggle into the video recording mode, you can similarly press here to start recording video, and also once again to stop recording the video footage. Now, maybe only one additional feature that would be nice to see added would be making the top surface here also magnetic. So you can optionally attach a MagSafe iPhone or a magnetic case on an Android phone or sticker and use this instead of the clench or arm method for mounting your device for even more versatility. As it stands, this is just a plastic piece. So again, adding that magnet maybe in a next revision would be nice. But from this point, we can simply pull on the top edge here, revealing the telescopic arm for making the tripod taller and increasing the length accordingly. Again, the arm portion here is crafted out of metal. And so if you wanted to do so, you can definitely use it as a selfie stick, as you can see here, without fully popping open the end portion and just holding it in hands. It still is relatively comfortable, not too heavy. Or of course, when the tripod is fully extended, it's able to stand upright and achieve that much taller height as well. In fact, that aforementioned 1.67 meter height is really quite impressive. It can stretch all the way to the top of nearly a door, so it can definitely be eye level for most folks. In fact, this might be the tallest collapsible mini tripod that I've seen yet. Definitely helpful if you're recording vlogs while standing upright. You don't have to ask someone to hold the phone or camera in their hands anymore. Or if you want to record yourself dancing or moving around, it's just a lot more versatile thanks to the height of this tripod / selfie stick. When it comes to angle adjustability, again, you're able to position it forward and back, including all the way flat like this. If you have the camera pointing downwards, again, you can be recording on a desk. And you also have some left and right tilt here as well that you can adjust and pivot to slightly change the direction there or turn it into a portrait orientation. That being said, one slight con is the pivot hinges here do seem to be crafted out of plastic instead of metal, which might have been more sturdy and robust. Only the extendable arm portion here is metal. That is one area that could be maybe improved in a Pro model down the line for added rigidity. And also there isn't really a 360-degree hinge that allows you to twist it left and right like this. And so rotating it here on this Z-axis is actually something that I kind of wish on a couple of occasions. When I positioned it in front of a desk, I wanted to maybe move the camera just a little bit more towards the left or right, but there isn't really an easy way of doing that aside from picking up the tripod and then physically moving it left and right. But by doing that, the feet underneath might also bump into some objects if the room is more limited. Let's say you're pressed up against a door or another object. You can't really rotate rotate it further, otherwise the legs will bump into the corners. So I do think having a 360-degree hinge on this particular axis could have been more versatile, maybe something else we'll see down the line. And finally, with such a tall tripod, kind of like a super tall skyscraper, it can be more susceptible to shakes and movements. For example, if you bump it slightly, the entire tripod might be kind of wobbling back and forth for a couple of seconds until it remains still. So if you are using it in the fully extended mode, I would definitely recommend using the Bluetooth shutter key. That will help you capture more stable footage without actually touching the screen and causing it to wobble. Overall though, I still like this tripod. I think it has a slightly more unique design. The fact that you can use in either portrait or horizontal orientations, even supporting top-down shots, I think just makes it a little bit more interesting and practical compared to other mini phone tripods I've seen previously. So even though it is a very simple product at the end of the day, I still quite like this as a smartphone accessory if you are into photography and video making it pretty easy to travel with. Simply collapse it together again when you're done using it. So a pretty neat tripod that can be an everyday carry type accessory or gadget. You can check out more details if interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. Just a quick look at the JustTap One Tap Open smartphone tripod.